Hello, everyone, and welcome to another quarterfinal matchup. This will be our third one. We've got Mr. Math and RebornGaignun in a rematch, an immediate rematch, versus Sandal and Evolution. They played them in round 4, but the way the score shook out, they had to replay each other as the second place and 7th place seeded teams in playoffs. So let's go ahead and get this underway. It looks like we'll begin on Panorama, which was chosen by Math and Guinan, and then Direction will be chosen thereafter by Sandal and Evolution. Looks like we're going to be watching from Guinan's perspective here, choosing a very fast and hard arsenal for Panorama. Not pulling any punches. He is playing the Cartwheeler this time around.
I got a turb.
Might want to turn down their speaking volume just a little bit. Guinan with not a lot of aura on the start, but already out there looking for blood. Reduce entropy goes down. That looks like, or let's see, deals greater than 3 damage. That's actually for a Sanctuary, I believe. We see Evolution using a heat with the Forest Sanctuary. Turbulence nabs the Tiger Strength away from Guinan, although he can't really use it right now.
Okay, I'm ready to go whenever.
Has the Ice Sword and the Blazing Bullet.
That's probably fine.
Looking to get some damage done, some aggression down.
What's the defense?
A little confused by the heat on Evolution. Freeze onto Sandal. Lightning Sword takes away one of the 2 shields.
I have enough aura for it now.
Ooh, almost catches another shield. Sandal trades back, though.
Wrong. No one saw that.
Wastes an Ice Sword. Yes, we did see it, Guinan. And our thousands of viewers will see it, too.
I'll shoot the ground.
Sandal still trying to keep himself away. Math takes errant trash damage from the Blazing Bullet there. Tragedy. Another Turbulence. Doesn't nab anything. Looks like double orb.
Okay, we're just grinding.
Neither of these Cartwheelers here are able to get to the hang spot either. I feel like that was a really risky pick on Panorama to go double Cartwheeler. There's just so many places that they could have hung against them, and they have.
Not too bad.
Does catch the Lightning Sword.
I got Judgment right now.
This build seems a little odd to me with the Forest Sanctuary. Evolution using the heat still doesn't make much sense to me. He has also gotten himself all the way down to 9 capsules. When it comes down to these crippling enviros, Forest Sanctuary is always much more of a slow grind.
Nope.
Judgment does get rid of it finally. So I guess it was Ricochet plus Heat. It still works with the Forest Sanctuary. Not a bad strategy now that I've seen it. Evolution does take a lot of damage from the Blazing Bullet and the Backdraft now. Does not really land a lot of damage with the Ricochet before he gets set upon. Math now taking a lot of damage there. Does eat some of that Rico.
Oh, God. Roger.
As well as the Reincarnation, and now the Flame Sword from Sandal leaves him at 1. Evolution doing his best to stay away. Blazing Bullet now lost by Guinan. That is big. He doesn't have any offense now. Only able to follow up on Math's damage with the Backdraft.
Okay.
See what he decides to go with now. Hyper Kick. A good replacement.
Yep.
I'd rather not waste your sword usage.
Evolution not playing it very safe right now.
Jump break.
And Sandal not in range either. Should be able to make the pickup, but has to watch that Ice Sword. Gets hit by the Lightning Sword. Ice Sword's going to connect.
Got him.
Worth it.
Now it's up to Math to finish, as Guinan is also frozen. Dodges. And Sandal is going to make the pickup, but he goes down for it as well.
cost.
Math
Got me.
also going to die there. Guinan forced to make the trade.
I got a flame sword.
Okay.
Nice sword dodges by Evolution there. Gets him and Sandal back on a relatively even footing. As I said, he takes quite a bit of damage. Another Forest Sanctuary comes down. Problem being is it hasn't really inhibited Math
That's okay,
and
that's like our
Guinan
specialty.
to a necessary effect.
I might have an ice here. I'm gonna see if I can make it back to my base in time. Flame. That's good enough. Adds damage.
Return to Nature would also be able to get rid of this environmental, but they don't really seem perturbed by it. Backdraft Bullet putting a lot of damage down. Everybody's getting low, though. This is getting really close.
Oh, I got
Guinan is down. Math has to make the pickup. Makes the freeze. Doesn't get hit by the...
Going down.
Does not get hit quite in time. He does go down. Now Guinan has to make the pickup. Sandal just about to be unfrozen.
Yeah, Rian. Real special.
And he kills Evolution. Decides to go for the safe one.
Yep, I got Rian.
Sandal goes down, but Evolution is up. Glacial Wall. Oh, and Evolution just barely doesn't make it. And what a tight match on Panorama.
I'm not the party host.
Just killing back and forth constantly.
City.
First game really delivers. Sounds like we will be going in clockwise order. So next map should be City, according to what I heard there in that brief moment. It was an interesting setup from Evolution and Sandal, but really the problem is that without the Tiger Strength on and not using any of their own stat buffs, it really didn't inhibit Math and Guinan. They were able to work through the Forest Sanctuary, and we really didn't see any skills that they couldn't use other than the Tiger Strength. So while the Ricochet Laser with the heat on was good, it wasn't really good enough. And the Forest Sanctuary really didn't nullify a whole lot. And so it just became a straight out brawl, and that was where Math and Guinan thrived.
I've got a really
Looks
good
like
game.
a
I got two
crystallization
pieces for,
deck.
Crystal and a Mephistos, so I'm like,
Okay.
yep.
Looks like he just needs a little bit more aura, and then he is in a real sweet spot.
I have Gust.
Some
nothing.
triple lasers coming. Sandal
Sandal has.
on the aggress as well.
I'm avoiding putting myself in a precarious situation.
Oh, that is going to be a huge crystallization
I'm
if he
going
so
after,
chooses. Decides to pick up a second crystallization.
I got the wrong skill
Nothing,
to
I-
try to attack him.
Chaos
Can't do anything
goes
about
down.
I can, but
That's putting me out right now.
Vacuum
I'm
wall?
fine, so yeah.
Or I didn't...
All right,
That's putting me
Not
out.
100% certain what he hit there.
you let me know.
Gust, not
Oh, I
usable.
got 0 from Excalibur.
Excalibur
Oh, God,
does
stop.
not do any damage.
He's at +2. I want my return really bad.
Evolution is doing some serious damage from across the map at this point. Oh goodness, that could get nasty. 6 damage from the Excalibur.
I need you up here.
Okay.
Guinan on the run without a shield, under laser fire, and under the
I
Excalibur.
just need to get away with this. Let's see if I can. Oh, I can't actually. I lied.
Ooh, Hyper Kai Bullet catches him right in the back.
Um,
Very low now.
Alright, I can use the return. Can't Mephistos for the return.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate situation. He wants to get the return to nature to get rid of the Enviro.
It's getting hit by a crystal
Ooh,
sanctuary.
Evolution not responding well to Guinan entering his personal space.
Kind of ready to die. So you dig. You've got something.
Vacuum Wall does not connect.
Yeah, I got fire
Mephisto's
right now.
Pact unable to reach that return to
Right
nature.
there, right behind you.
Still doesn't block it.
Yeah, dash.
Goes down
You
again.
ready?
Vast Mayhem. Ooh. Vast Mayhem into Disintegrate, but it hits Evolution as well as Math.
And lost
And Evolution goes down on the pickup as Sandal died during that combo.
was still invulnerable.
And despite some serious nastiness
like,
with
or
that,
stun from the
that
Vast
was not
Mayhem
enough for
actually
them.
did
The Vast Mayhem
not
threw
really
enough
sure
of
about
a
the
stun so that the Disintegrate would hit. Guinan managed to somewhat stumble his way out of it and not be
Finery, right?
affected. But then Sandal died in the execution thereof, and the Chaos,
Five.
which disabled their ability to use Orb, was also effective. Took a lot of things away from Guinan that he was not able to do.
4.
Okay. Question is, do I
Almost
use-
literally
the answer is
stumbling their
yes.
way into the victory there. That was a nasty combo in a pretty tight match. Despite it being so fast, it was tight. It was a very tight match there. Just a lot of little things happening
Fire and fire.
came out to
Yeah,
make it so that
Don't
Guinan
use
and
any
Math were
armor.
able to win.
We
Yeah.
got
Guinan
it.
not going down
I see it.
until he was able to put some extra damage down onto Evolution across the map. Not erasing the crystallization was a big deal. Got
that
hit
puts Sandal
twice without using his vacuum wall.
That's when we see it from Murder.
Vicious Balance at the beginning of Refinery here is also pretty
My plan is
nasty.
to go hard on
Takes them down to 0.
I need one more aura to do it.
Okay, I'm ready when you are.
I don't
Sandal's
think
still at 1. Guinan and Math
There you
more or
go.
less recovering.
it's- Okay.
But now back to 1 once again. That's the second Vicious Balance.
Totally in the clear. I could draw my amulet and I'd be okay with it.
Guinan looking for his amulet, he says, hoping to be able to counter the next one.
Both of them you've used one, so this is committed. Do you have an orb?
This seems to be a committed,
I don't.
vicious
Okay.
deck.
I've got fire and let's go hard with it. I'm not using any more aura right now.
Okay.
Fire Gehenna becomes a risky strategy as they're still pretty healthy.
I got blazing.
Doesn't want to continue digging, doesn't want to go through any more aura. Darkhold takes it immediately,
Okay, here I come.
which is a good move from Sandal. Blunts some of that offense. Does not pick up his next attack. I don't know if we already saw what that was.
Yep.
I may have missed it while we were talking.
Okay, he's at my base. He's popping.
Wings of Hope. I remember seeing that earlier.
Popping or
Not really viable at the moment.
dark.
Decides to
hole.
drop both
Okay,
flash
take him
holes.
out.
All 3 shields overwritten in a bold moment here. Realizing that offense is probably the only way they overcome this Vicious Balance combo.
Was he using a 5 or 2 cost?
Double Flame Sword there. Doesn't quite manage to knock Sandal off the map. Reincarnation lost to another Dark Hole by Evolution. Sandal, though, about to
he
go
jumped off.
down. Evolution also takes a tumble off the
I don't actually
map.
want to kill Sandal. Confirm, do not want to kill Sandal.
Okay.
Choosing to let Sandal live for now until they're in a better position to block the pickup by
I'm going
Evolution.
after him. Killed him.
Yep. It's happening again. A return. Okay.
Return to nature.
I assumed it was turn. Or, vicious. That one is. That one is.
He's
Let's
dead.
At this point, they're going to be holding on to a lot of aura.
There's an Enviro incoming. Let's play breaks.
No, it's
Ooh, the
not.
Blazing Sword, though. Sandal in a real bad spot.
He's dead.
What is... I didn't even see what he did there. But immediately dead, and yet another shenanigan fest. Blunted by Guinan and Math. Playing really well around a difficult set of situations. Some of them closer than others. The Refinery game, a lot more one-sided. City was actually very close. Panorama also very close. The jank not as effective on Panorama, and also the execution not quite flawless on City. And this was a knockout round, and so we bid adieu to our friends Evolution and Sandal, the most evil duo to perhaps ever terrorize a Phantom Dust tournament. And RebornGaignun and Mr. Math will be moving on to the semifinals, where they will have yet another rematch of theirs, this time against Kanye West and Doomsday. We'll see you with some more quarterfinals matchup coming later tonight.